Homily for the 19th Sunday in Ordinary Time, Year A. My dear friends in Christ, the readings of this Sunday, especially the first reading in the Gospel, invite us to reflect on the necessity of silence in our prayer life and in our Christian journey of faith. They also remind us that mystical experiences happen in silence and in the quiet moments of one's life. In the first reading of today, Elijah, the faithful prophet of God, had witnessed courageously to his faith in God, having denounced the evil committed by King Ahab and his wicked wife Jezebel, and having killed over 400 prophets of Baal. Jezebel threatened to kill him in revenge, and he fled to the desert. He trekked for 40 days and 40 nights until he got to Horeb, the mountain of God. At this point, he was hungry, tired, broken, and deeply distressed. He hid in a cave and sought God's face for consolation. As he sought God's face, he heard the sound of a violent storm. But the Lord was not in the storm. It was followed by an earthquake, but the Lord was not in the earthquake. Next was a wildfire, but the Lord was not in the fire. When the storm, the earthquake, and the fire were over, there came the sound of a gentle breeze, and Elijah covered his face. He encountered the Lord and was overwhelmed with peace. With this mystical experience, he got the strength to move on. This experience of Elijah has a lot to teach us. First of all, it teaches us that God dwells in silence and can easily be found in silence, in silent places, and in silent moments of our lives. His voice comes like a gentle breeze. In fact, many great and wonderful things happen in silence. Come to think of the creation of the world. Before the creation of the world, God dwelt in silence. He created the world in silence, and after creation, dwells in silence. Man enters this world in silence, for man is being formed in the silence of the womb for 9 months. Man also leaves this world in silence, for silence surrounds the body of a dead man. Between the time of man's birth and death, any little achievement is done within the silent moments of one's life. If you read the life history of many of the inventors, you will see that many of them achieved their goals in the desert, while thinking deeply in the silence of the desert. But this experience of Elijah reminds us that we need silence more in our relationship with God. That is why Thomas à Kempis said, "In silence and solitude, a devout soul makes progress." And Psalm 46 verse 10 says, "Be still and know that I am God." Also Habakkuk 2 verse 20 says, "But God is in his holy temple. Let the whole world be silent before him." So we need to create a silent atmosphere within us to be able to hear the gentle voice of God. For God speaks to us many times, but the noise and distractions within us may not always allow us to hear his voice. In the Gospel, Jesus corroborated this fact by going to a silent place to commune with his Father after dismissing the crowd. Jesus is God and not in need of prayer, but he made prayer his food to give us an example to follow. There are many forms of prayer, but the prayer that sanctifies the prayer that unites us to God and brings about a deeper relationship with Him, is the prayer we said in the silence of our hearts. It is this prayer that builds up faith in Jesus amidst the storms that may come in our lives, as we can see Jesus rebuking Peter for his lack of faith in him because of the storms. By calming the raging waters and the storms, Jesus reveals himself to be the Son of God, the one who has power over all of creation, the one who controls all the forces of nature, and the one who triumphs over all the forces of evil. All we need to do is to put our trust in Him, for He has the power and the ability to calm all the storms that may come our way of life as Christians.